Son of a Martha. As an example, right? In my hands, I held the life of a 2-year-old child. Sorry, let's just say child. Now, what's going on in the scene?
Person is trying to rescue somebody.
Yeah. Do you feel anxious at all?
Like from reading that?
No, just reading the scene.
Not that much.
Not that much?
Yeah.
Is the child gonna die? Is it gonna live? Do we know?
Maybe.
Right? And so this writing style, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's very choppy, short. It's supposed to elicit anxiousness. Right? So this kind of scene, the way that we describe it, is supposed to elicit something in ourselves, right? About what's going on. We're transporting ourselves there, and so we feel the anxiousness. This is why in most books or stories will say, as I was waiting behind stage, my hands trembled. I felt the anxiousness of all the gaze, or the gaze from the audience, right? Making me feel as if they're staring directly through my soul, something like that, right? But this doesn't elicit enough feeling because it's not something that is, like, it's not serious, right? If you were disarming a bomb or deciding where to cut the scalpel to save this 2-year-old child's life, right? These are things you might hesitate on. You might feel anxious about what's going to happen next. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we want to use in our opening scene, in our opening paragraph, opening hook, right? We want to describe something that's really into the action or something that is already occurring. Not a preface to the action, but action directly. Does that make sense? Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's pick another emotion. What emotion do you guys want to go over? So we have joy, anger, disgust. We have sadness. We have anxiety. What's another one, Carlos? How about depression or something? How do we make the reader feel depressed? How do we make someone feel depressed?
Being negative.
Hmm?
Being negative.
But how do we do it? What kind of story should we tell in order to make them feel depressed, and how should we tell it? Everybody has felt depressed at one point in their life, right? But how? How do we make someone feel like they're in the mind of someone who is a depressed person?
Explaining the emotion.
Yes, explaining the emotion, but how?
With the words.
So which way should we tell the story? So remember, we're trying to elicit an emotion, right? So what emotions should we combine together in order to make us feel this?
Sad, sorrowness.
Burning. What feels like it's burning?
Hot water.
Hot water, sure. What else? What else feels like burning?
Oh.
Great heat in the body.
So body heat,
Spicy food.
spices, body heat. What else? Surprised you guys aren't saying fire.
A fire.
Fire. What else?
Smoke.
Smoke, like burning lungs. Anything else? What about wounds?
Wounds? Oh.
Do wounds
Alcohol.
feel burning when you get cut?
Oh, like applying alcohol to the wounds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How about cutting something?
It doesn't really feel like
Onion?
it's
What does it
burning.
feel like? Sorry?
Cutting onion?
No, like cutting your body.
No, but
When you get a cut, what's it feel like?
this feels nothing.
It feels like nothing?
Yeah.
It ache.
It aches? What does that aching feel like? Does it feel like stinging, burning sensation?
Kind of.
Okay. Alright, burning. Burning. I felt the blade part my flesh and felt the hot crimson drip down my wrists. What's this describing?
Getting stabbed by a knife.
Wrist.
In the wrist. Slicing.
So a wrist is what people do to what?
Huh?
Commit suicide, right?
Um.
Not everybody does, but usually they cut. So people who have a lot of depression or think of suicide, they tend to cut themselves on their wrist. It's very common. It's not something that is like specific, but like self-mutilation is quite common for this. They do it to feel something.